Hello friends, this is the uh, next version of Joomla in which I am going to tell you how you can use Joomla admin and make changes so that it is reflected on your front end of the website. In my previous Joomla's tutorial, I have told you how to set up everything on your machine on your local host. So let's move forward. And in this video, if you watch it properly, it will be very helpful in terms of coding. If you are going to code or if you are going to set up a website for your client, it is very important to uh, take a look on each and every step. So first of all, there will be login screen, so you can just log in. This is the first thing. So you just need to go to the control panel. So we will start setting up everything from the control panel. So first thing is your global configuration. So as I told you in my earlier video that the site name that you are given at the time of installation, you can change it at any time. So this is a site name. Sometimes if you want to do any modification or anything, you have to make the site offline so that user does not see any error or any issue. So you don't need to change any code or anything, just click on site offline yes, and you can give any custom message that okay, we are going on some maintenance, so we will be ready after 24 hours or 1 day or 2 day. So this is very simple, or for any website it goes under maintenance process. So this is very good utility given by Joomla. Then we have editor. Then the default editor is TinyMC, which is provided by Joomla. You can change or you can set any other editor also. Sometimes due to security reason we don't check any editor, so we set editor to none. Then captcha is very important. So you have to install the module or component for captcha, then that module will be shown here. Again, you must be knowing what is captcha. Captcha is basically to stop spam messages. Whenever your website is ready, people start spamming, giving you spam emails. So in order to reduce that, you have to do captcha setting. Now Joomla also comes with default SEO setting like SEO friendly URL. So basically you don't need to go for any SEO person to set up these things. If you have basic knowledge of SEO, you can do all the SEO from Joomla admin setting. Then uh, this is if you are going for search engine friendly. I mean, this is not search engine friendly. Search engine friendly means in URL there is your URL is pretty much straightforward. Suppose this is server setting, so it will be administration hyphen server setting. It will not be index.php or something, because index.php, this has no mean to the user or the crawler. Search engine friendly URLs means that URL should tell what is the purpose of this page. So you should always check this as yes. So this is all the setting for your website. You can set your meta setting for home page, keywords, robots. So if you have some basic information about Joomla uh, and SEO, then you can do on page SEO by yourself. Then you have the next tab called system. This is the default path in which your logs will be stored. Your then you there is a debug setting. If you want the debug system to yes, then for programmer point of view, if you want to check any issue or error, it's very important that you should click it yes. For all the site that is in production, it should be no. Then cache setting, as you know, cache is very important to speed up the site. So you can create a folder in which all the cache files are stored, so that it does not have burden on your website. Sometimes you store your cache in database also. So this is all the setting, this system setting. Then server, the server on which you are going to upload. This is all the setting related to server. Like on server you have FTP setting, proxy setting. Then if you want your pages to be compressed, you can compress your page. Temp folder in which your temporary files are stored, these are different settings. Then your text filters, uh, like there are different types of users, like guest, manager, administrator, register users, in which author, editors. So every user have their filter type. If you want to give them an TinyMC editor, if you want to give them the ability to enter HTML, so all these settings we go from this system global configuration. This is global check-in. Global check-in means suppose two or more people are working on the same admin section and one person is using a particular files. Like if I am creating an article, I want to create this article. So this, some articles are already created. So if I have check-in, so other person cannot work. So I have to first check out this particular article. Once I am finished, then I have to go to check-in. So basically it also gives an option so that the work you are doing, it is not overwritten by some other. Once you are done, then you can go for you can give it to the other person. So basically you can create articles, you can create menus. Like you can see that here we have menus. If you go to the front end part of this, already created menus are top menu, home, about, author, login. So if you go here in menus section and uh, you go to all menu items, so you can see that these are the menu items that are created. You can create your own menu item by clicking on new. Once you click on new, then it will ask menu type. Suppose you want to create a menu with the link that you created, so since that is a single article, so you will check single article, and then you have to select that article. Any article you can select, and then you have to name this menu item, like my custom menu, my custom menu. So your my custom menu will be ready. Then there are other options. You want to show title, there are different options, but the main thing is, like if you want to create any menu, this is the two these are two steps. And select menu, you have to menu, like you want to show it on main, I mean on the top or bottom or author. So if you want to show on main menu, you select on main. This was the error that was showing invalid field menu. So you can see on the front end there will be another menu item added, my custom menu. So this is your my custom menu, and it will be showing the same text that is written there. So this is all about menu. You can create any menu, and in every template there are different sections. Like this is top, then this is footer section, so you can add menu. This is the content section, this is the right sidebar. So you have these places in which you can put, and your website will be modified as you change in this. They are default components that are installed in Joomla. Like you have banners that I was showing on the top, this is banner. Then in article, this is content, all the content is managed by this content section. This is menu section, all the menus are managed by this menu section. Then you come to user section, all the users that can access this backend will be managed by user. You can assign them an administrator, a user, a register, anything you can assign. Now for any new thing you want to install, because it is template based system, so you can go to install any template, you can install any module, you can install any plugin. So what a module or plugin does, it just enhance the existing functionality. Like if you want to create an e-commerce website in Joomla, you have to install a VirtueMart. So these are all the simple steps. In the next video I will let you know how you can install a complete e-commerce website in Joomla. So if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe this video, and please watch my next video, because in the next video I am going to tell you how you can create a full e-commerce website from Joomla. Thank you. Thanks for watching.